Michael Kaufman with Alpha Roofing here. We've done some other videos regarding hail, identifying hail damage to the roof. At this particular, we're going to talk about identifying wind damage to the roof. Wind damage is typically what you're going to find more often on roofs in the Austin area. And there's a couple different things to be looking for and things to not be looking for. So just like hail, there are some things that are hail, there are some things that are not. The same in regards to wind. Most of the time we're going to get called out. People are finding that they have missing tabs on the roof. That's typically what you can see right here in this example. So a shingle is going to have 3 tabs on it. If one of the tabs is missing, that is typically due to a wind-related issue. As these shingles age, they do tend to get brittle. As they get brittle, the seal strip gets worn away and they no longer seal to the shingle below it. As that happens, they become more susceptible in a high wind event. That wind is able to lift a shingle that's no longer sealed, and it's going to crack due to its brittleness at the top edge. Also, what will happen on these shingles, if they just get torn and don't tear off, they'll also get what's known as a nail pull. You can see here that the fasteners of the underlying shingle have been pulled through the shingle that it's holding. That is also considered wind damage. That shingle needs to be replaced. If there's enough damage like that on the roof, then your roof may be in need of a full replacement. But it would take a full evaluation of the roof to determine that. Another issue that you might want to think about on these roofs is if it is actually wind. Here we have 2 examples. We have a missing edge right here. This is probably not related to wind. It's probably just related to either footfall or a scuff that has led to a missing edge here. The shingle is still sealed. There's nothing lifted. This shingle is not damaged from wind. A lot of times what you'll see as well on these roofs as they age is, as I mentioned, they lose the strip and they do become brittle. But just because this is not sealed does not mean that it's damaged. However, a 20-year 3-tab composition shingle, as it ages and these things start to lose their seals and they are susceptible, as I mentioned, this will become an issue with this type of roof. So in a high wind event, you can expect that you might have these sorts of issues take place. If they do, that means that the roof is getting older and you're looking at a repair situation. If the damage is extensive enough, you're looking to an actual possible replacement. Having a qualified roofer who can make those determinations, we will go through the roof and we'll look at that and we'll advise you of the proper needs that could take care of your roof, either be it a repair or a replacement. Typically what we like to do at Alpha Roofing is recommend, if you are going through a replacement, that we would move to a 30-year shingle, and we would look to upgrade you at that point and get you into a 30-year shingle, which does carry a higher wind rating. These 3-tab roofs have a 60 mile per hour wind rating. The 30-year laminate shingle does carry a 110 mile per hour wind rating. So over time, the performance of the 30-year is going to be far greater than that of the 20 or a 25-year composition shingle.